Welcome, sir.
Yeah, please come.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Birdev. Please sit down. Am I calling your name correctly?
Yes, sir.
Birdev, tell us about yourself. Very brief.
Sir, my name is Birdev Siddhappa. I'm from Yamge village in the Kagel Tehsil of Kolhapur district in the Maharashtra. I completed my graduation in civil engineering from College of Engineering Pune in 2020. Meanwhile, during the 2020, July 2020, I worked in the India Post Department as assistant branch postmaster up to March 2021. And after that, from April 2021, I am full-time preparing for the civil services.
So, Birdev, why did you leave post office, India Post?
Sir, it was meant to sustain the family's livelihood during the lockdown period, which was suffered.
So you worked only for 1 year. But a job was permanent.
Yes, sir. Sir, but it was a temporary arrangement to support my family during the sudden onset of the lockdown, because our traditional livelihood, that is sheep and goat rearing, was suffered during that period. So it was meant for that to sustain the livelihood for that period, sir.
So tell me how India Post is sustaining its livelihood now in the light of digital means of communicating and emails and everything.
So India Post Department has adapted itself to the changing needs of the technology. As far as the online banking is concerned, Post Office is providing the India Post payment bank systems, whereby it is providing the internet banking or the ATM card services. And as far as the banking solution is concerned, Post Office is running the multiple schemes like Post Office saving bank accounts are there, recurring deposits are there, fixed deposits are there. And to partner with the government, they in the social sector, they are running the Sukanya Samruddhi Yojana to encourage the parents to deposit the money for the education of the woman, female child, sir.
You were born in Belagavi.
Yes, sir.
And you are a Maharashtra domicile, right?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the dispute on Belagavi between the two states?
Sir, as far as the Belgavi is concerned and the surrounding Marathi-speaking region, Maharashtra state is demanding the inclusion of the Belgavi into the state of Maharashtra, based on it was historically the part of the Bombay Presidency, but given the State Reorganization Act, it was made the integral part of the state of Karnataka.
Who do you think is more reasonable?
Sir, given the change in the demographic situation after the State Reorganization Act 1956, the transfer of Belgavi to the Maharashtra will create the enclave-like situation, and the situation currently is a interstate where cultural and religious situation is taking place. For example, in my case, my mother is from...
No, I just want pointed answer. Who is more reasonable?
Sir, keeping the Belgavi with the Karnataka to maintain the law and order situation and the social harmony intact, maintaining the status quo should be priority, sir.
So it should remain with Karnataka?
Yes, sir.
Good. You are a civil engineer?
Yes, sir.
Prime Minister was in J&K the other day to inaugurate some tunnel.
Yes, sir.
What is that tunnel?
Sonmarg tunnel. Yes.
Okay. So what is the strategic importance of this tunnel?
Sonmarg tunnel provides the all-weather connectivity to the Sonmarg, which is very famous tourist place, ensuring the connectivity between the Kashmir and the Ladakh region, which is very strategically important as far as the India is concerned.
Tell me, in United States, Los Angeles, California, you heard about the fire which has engulfed these areas?
Yes, sir.
Now, one of the takeaways of this fire is that a lot of houses are made of wood, because Los Angeles, is prone to earthquakes, right? And now it is suggested that they should go with to concrete buildings. Now, fire and earthquake, you are a civil engineer. Which should be chosen? If you make concrete buildings, you will die in fire, in earthquakes. If you make wooden this thing, then you may have problem in fire. So as a civil engineer, if somebody in Los Angeles asks you, tell me, Birdev, what should I follow? What would be your advice?
Sir, considering the advantage of the wooden buildings, they are very earthquake resistant as compared to the concrete buildings. For as far as the safety from the fire,
that's okay. But why? Which one would you choose?
Considering the severity of fire, sir, I would go for the RCC buildings in sync with the earthquake resistance building codes. That is, in case of India, it is IS code, sir. So
Good.
comply with
Thank you,
this.
Birdev.
Yes.
Yes, morning, Birdev.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. You come from Maharashtra.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of that? You speak Marathi as your mother tongue?
Yes, sir.
Of late, the government of India has done something with Marathi language, and which you should be proud of. What is that I'm referring to?
Sir, Marathi language has been accorded the classical language status along with other 4 languages.
Which are the other 4 languages which have been accorded this classical language tag in 2024?
So Pali, Prakrit,
No, they've been there before.
Assamese,
Assamese, yes.
and Bengali.
Bengali. Okay, so how do they give this classification as a classical, Marathi as a classical language? On what criteria do you decide?
So as far as the technical criteria is concerned, I remember the history of the language is dating back to something about 1500 years back. So that was the one criteria I remember now, but others I'm getting it difficult, sir.
All right,
But I
no
will
problem, no
read
problem.
about
But all right, I take your answer. You are a student of, you taken anthropology as your subject,
Yes, sir.
and you come from Maharashtra, born in Karnataka.
Yes.
If I had to ask you, Birdev, give me 4 major anthropological observations on Maharashtra, what would they be?
Sir, Maharashtra houses the 3 particularly vulnerable tribal groups, that is PVTGs.
Okay.
So they're the
Which are those 3 PVTs?
One the Katkari tribe, second is the Mariagon, and another is the Kollam tribe, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Another is the demand for the reservation by the Dhangar community under the scheduled tribe category. Thirdly is the changing caste dynamics in the state of the Maharashtra, or the demands for the reservation from the other dominant caste like the Maratha community. And fourthly, sir, the health and educational challenges faced by the minority tribal groups like the Korkus in the Melghat region, sir.
Right. Have you heard of this project, a very popular project called Sagarmala?
Yes, sir, I heard about it, sir.
So you heard of it, you've read about it?
Just have a brief knowledge.
So recently in Maharashtra, there's something which is very phenomenal, which is happening, which will change the scenario of the shipping industry. What is that? What is happening in Maharashtra coastal area?
Sir, government of India is undertaking the construction of the Vadhavan port.
Correct. Okay, and what's so big about Vadhavan port? What's so special about Vadhavan port?
It is being considered as special for the cargo handling.
They're all ports are meant for this. What is so special about it?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about it, but I will read about it.
Okay,
sir.
no problem. No problem. You're an engineer. Now, last year, if I recall correctly, Prime Minister Modi had inaugurated the Atal Setu.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm asking a specific question as an engineer. What are those engineerical feats which are associated with this Atal Bridge?
Specifically, the Atal Setu, which is called as the Mumbai Trans Harbour Link. It is a
okay.
cable-stayed bridge sustaining the weight of the bridge. Another is the noise barriers are installed on the bridge to avoid the damage to the surrounding marine life. Another is the river circulation draining, which is done to sustain the foundation. And another is the fourth is the composite steel deck, which is where the piers or the foundation and the entire deck is acting as an integral part, sir.
Good. Thank you, Birdev. Pass on to the other member.
In sync with the technology.
What is the Neo Bank?
Sir, I heard Neobank is going to be something around the digital banks. They are without any physical presence.
I will now talk of Srinagar, Kashmir. Can you give a quick assessment, your assessment of Kashmir after 370?
You are part of involved in fact sheep and goat rearing.
Yes.
Right. So livestock sector is an important subsector in India's agriculture. So now can you highlight contribution of livestock sector in India's economy?
Sir, according to the livestock census, we are having something around 500 million livestock population in India. Another, it is contributing to the 30% of the GVA to the agricultural, and as far as the India's GDP is concerned, it is contributing something around 4 to 5% of GDP. And in addition to that, it is helping the farmers in the rain-fed areas or the rain-shaded areas to go for the integrated farming. So,
Okay, Birdev, now coming to your subject of anthropology, your optional subject.
yes.
So tell me impact of globalization on the livelihoods of tribals.
Sir, globalization has impacted both positively and the negatively. Considering enumerating the positive aspects, it has helped the better recognition of the tribal products, like the Warli paintings of the Warli tribes of the Maharashtra. The second is the better employment opportunity in the IT sector or the manufacturing sector offering for the tribals. But the onset of multinational companies or the industrial elite, there is a large scale rehabilitation or the displacement has taken place. So these are concerns. Another is the tribals are working mostly in the lower paid jobs in the industrial sector or the complex in the Jharkhand or the Chhattisgarh. So globalization is impacting both positively and negatively, but government of India is trying to minimize the impacts of negative impacts of the globalization.
My last question, Birdev, why civil services?
Sir, being the first generation learner from my family and I had the aspiration to join the government service, and civil services is providing me that opportunity to join. Another is the inner fire to serve for the public at the large that motivates me throughout the life, because I have completed my education based on the financial help from the multiple peoples. And third is the civil services is providing me the better pay and the job security, with the help of which I can take care of my family. So these are the factors which helped me or which motivated me to go for the preparation of the civil service.
Thank you, Birdev.
Well, I have perceived you have worked as an auditor
Yes,
at your
sir.
college level.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Recently, Delhi High Court questioned ruling government in Delhi for not tabling CAG reports. So there has been a delay, seemingly. What are the implications of such delays on governance and public trust?
Given the importance of the CAG's office, constitutional punctuality has to be there from the point of view of the executives. Given that they should have tabled the CAG's report on the at the floor of the legislature to ensure the better accountability of the legislature, because in the end it is the accountability of the executive that matters for the effective functioning of the government, sir. So that should have taken place as far as the Delhi Assembly is concerned.
Okay. Well, you must be familiar that fencing work is going on along India-Bangladesh border. And Bangladesh is apparently not happy. They have raised some concerns. Can you tell me how we can balance our borders? It means the border management along with good diplomatic relations.
Sir, the government of India and the government of Bangladesh pre turmoil situation in the Bangladesh had the good relation, and they're going for the integrated border development areas. Given the difficulty of the terrain, because India and Bangladesh mostly have the riverine channels, so they are going for the border fencing to address the multiple challenges like the trafficking of the human or the trafficking of the animals or the trafficking of drugs and uh, other weapons have taken place in the past. So they have collaborated each other to prevent that. But given the turmoil situation, it has created the certain skirmishes, sir. So considering the dialogue and diplomacy should be the key to ensure or to reduce the differences which are currently between the India and the Bangladesh.
So, Birdev, we have covered a lot of areas from your DAP. However, in case you think that any of your areas mentioned in the DAP has not been covered, I can ask you one last question.
I have to tell the area.
Yes. If you want another question, you have to tell the area. It is your discretion, not necessary.
Something about the reservation demands being made from the Maharashtra or the.
Okay. So where is this Maratha quota line today?
Sorry, sir, I'm not getting
the legislation for increasing the quota for Marathas. It had gone to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court turned it down. What is the latest on that issue?
Sir, again, the government of Maharashtra has allocated the reservation for the Maratha under the social and educational backward category. So it is challenged in the Bombay High Court because it is crossing the 50% limit set in the Indra Sahani judgment, and other factors are being taken into the consideration as far as the opposition.
So what do you think in the light of how the courts have acted in this particular matter? So what do you think would be the ultimate fate of this legislation? Will it meet the test of law at the Supreme Court level?
Sir, given the previous instances, Honorable Supreme Court has turned it down, and considering the other factors like the Maratha community being the dominant caste and giving the reservation to the entire community, because those are the needy one under the Maratha community are getting reservation under the EWS category, and the Maratha Kunbi are getting reservation under the OBC category. So reservation itself in the short-term duration is not going to change the situation substantially. So the concerns behind the reservation, like the concerns in the education or the concerns in the employment, should be taken care, like fee waiver.
So ultimately, what is your stand? What may happen in this case? Will Supreme Court allow beyond 50%, or should it allow?
Considering the previous instances and given the history that some section or those which are in needy are already getting the reservation from other criteria, Supreme Court might neglect the reservation under the SCBC categories.
All right. So Birdev, we now conclude our interview. We will call you again after some time. Meanwhile, you can wait in the next room.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.